Tonight's live might surprise some of y'all. Some of y'all it won't surprise. Happy Sunday. I'm your host, Mr.BetonYou. I hope you had a great week. I hope you're having a great night. If you're working, I hope you're making money. I hope it's safe. If you're not working, I hope maybe you're like my man Chuck. Maybe you're like my man Dash and Trader. Maybe Alex. Maybe Juan, Lee, Kevin. I know Kevin's got a beer in his hand. Maybe you're relaxing with some iced tea. I got a good show for you guys tonight. No Tip, No Trip is done. It's done. I'm gonna say why. I'm not the inventor of. Excuse me. I'm not the inventor of No Tip, No Trip. I'm not the person that coined that phrase. Couldn't even tell you where I first heard it. But I'm definitely one of the people that talked about it a lot. One of the faces of No Tip, No Trip. That slogan, that mindset. That it's done. It's done. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, now you can sit in your car and whatever app you work and still have that philosophy. Nothing wrong with it. But at some point and at some time, the game changed. I'll give you a little bit of a timeline as to why I'm coming to that and why we're talking about it tonight. All I need from y'all tonight is hit the thumbs up button. That's it. I'll say hi to everybody else in the chat. I saw a few of my boys in there. I got to say what's up real quick. And Carl. I saw Carl was in here as well. Josh. What up, Josh? Jamie, Mark, gigaholics. I believe gig work is still going to be relevant. There's going to be opportunities. You know, these apps aren't dead, but No Tip, No Trip is done. It's not what it was. I believe right out of the pandemic, let's call it 2021, 2022, is when we were at our height. This is why I say that. During the pandemic, I think a lot of people made money and this and that, and people were generous with their money. People were giving out money. We were more valuable during that time than ever before. We'll never get back to that as food delivery drivers. However, right after the pandemic, content creators started making content. I'm one of them. And we started talking about ways to make money. No tip, no trip. Know your value. Know your worth. Don't take trash. Miserable human beings. Things that were extremely relevant. They're not as relevant right now. I'll tell you why. After the pandemic, those things happened I just mentioned. And our value continued to kind of go up in some ways. Because I think people remembered the services that we provided. The companies were kind of still treating us a little bit better than they are now. Situationally, we can still do okay and they can do some things. But then we had things like oversaturation, regulation. Companies started to realize, well, the more people that want to do this work, what can we get away with? $1 Uber Eats add-ons, $2 Uber Eats, $2 DoorDashes, stacks on Walmart Spark, triple batches, paying $10 on Instacart. Customers started feeling the pinch of inflation and things around them. Uncertainty with money, started tipping less. Tip fatigue. Places are asking for tips that usually did not, because these corporate entities, the greedy corporations, don't want to pay, so all the cost goes to the consumer. Consumers are fed up. The buying power, the confidence lacking, tipping going down in some markets. People that will leave a tip are always going to leave a tip normally. But even then, sometimes that $10 tip is turned into a $5. That $5's turned into a $2. Delivery ranges have expanded. The scope of what you can get delivered to you, expanding. Sephora, Target, Costco's on Uber Eats. I saw that for the first time, I think, this week in St. Louis. It's not probably new, but the first one I saw. Consumers have more options, but don't have the money and or buying power or confidence to leave a tip. And they're just tip fatigue. And as a consumer, when you can order from Costco, Sephora, retail, UPS, McDonald's, some of the companies that bring them those kind of things, Amazon, FedEx, UPS, whatever. Remember the old DHL couriers? I don't even know if they're still around. Shout out to the DHL. If you know DHL, put hashtag DHL in there. They don't get tipped. No tip, no trip is done. I worked today on a Sunday for the first time in forever, since my daughter was born, I believe. For different reasons. We don't need to get into that, but I did. And it was just okay. Mediocre at best. I did one Uber Eats order. It was my first order I did. It was $6 and some change. And every single Uber Eats order I saw after that, and it wasn't a lot, was dog crap. It was bad. So I didn't give it time, but I had it on. I did no Instacarts. I barely saw any Instacarts on a Sunday. All the rest of my earnings, 90 something bucks, was Walmart Spark. I did 3 batches or runs, whatever you want to call them. The last one was a $34 4-stop, 3 drop-off, Shrewsbury, Walmart. Big Carl knows. If you're from St. Louis, you know. I think maybe 8 miles. Didn't take long. Easy. 3 orders. Pick up, no shopping. None of them had tips. Before that, I did a $19 order. Pick up, no shopping, no tip. I see a lot of no tips on Walmart. Customers can tip after, but customers can tip after on most of the major apps. Am I expecting tips to come through? No. It is what it is. I took it at face value. I put a poll up. I'm going to get in the chat in just 1 minute. Let's hit thumbs up. Let's get 200 people in here. I put a poll up I want to share with you guys real quick. And what a week it's been. It's been a week. It's been a crazy week. Okay. I think I'm there. I think I can share this now with you guys. Let me see if I can go back. I think it's looking like you're seeing that. All right. Let's make it just a little bigger. You know what? Let's make a, how do I do full screen on that bad boy? You don't need to see my face, do you? Nah, bruh. All right. So it's a poll up I put up today. And 1.2K of you voted. Would you deliver an order with no tip if the pay was good? Would you deliver an order with no tip if the pay was good? 89% say yeah. Now, you guys tell me in the chat what you think. I believe that number, that 89%, wouldn't have been as high 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Maybe it would have been 70%, 60%. The companies have shifted, the consumers have shifted, drivers have shifted the focus in mind and mindset and strategy, because money is money, dollar's a dollar. I've had conversations, debates, dialogues with fellow creators, drivers, and I was always like, no tip, no trip, no tip, no trip. It does matter. And it matters situationally, because the people that don't tip usually are going to give you a hard time. Commit fraud, scam, no gate codes. There's value in the no tip, no trip, but it's not what it was. This poll is a snapshot of that, in my opinion. It just is. It really is just a snapshot of the current state of the gig apps. They know what they can get away with. More people than ever are doing this work. The pay is low. The tips are lower than ever before. Our value, your value as a driver, food delivery, grocery shopping, has never been lower, and it will continue to go down. When I say value, I'm not saying you are low, or what I'm saying is the value placed upon you as the society places upon us, whether it's corporations or consumers, we're low. People are taking $1 and $2 runs. People are doing Costco batches for $10 for 40 items. People are doing those. They weren't being done like this 2 years ago. They just weren't. Companies know it. Consumers know it. Consumers know, I don't got to leave no tip. It's going to come here eventually. They know it. No tip, no trip is not what it used to be. It saddens me to say it. I'm one of the people that, I'm the main person that's championed that. And things have shifted and changed. We've all known it. We've seen it. I think we've experienced it. And the comments in the poll that we did, 89% just said, doesn't matter, I don't care. It's a high number, and it should be a high number. That's okay. It's no right or wrong answer necessarily. It's a matter of preference. But the comments in there saying, hey, $6 for a mile, or $6 for a mile, I don't care who gives it to me. There's a lot of truth in that, especially now, more than ever. In 2021, 2022, and early parts of 2023, if I put that poll up on this channel, that number's not 89%. A lot of shifting has happened on this channel, in the gig space, on YouTube. Things are shifting. They just are. And as drivers, creators, subscribers, viewers, people in this community, it's important to shift. And I believe now, when we see certain orders and you hit delivered and there's 0.000, it's going to sting. It does sting. It's still going to sting me. But it's not as important as it was before. Consumers are getting squeezed. Companies are putting a squeeze on consumers and us. The apps are still a way to make money, still an opportunity. I'm not telling you not to do them. I still do them. But it's changed. What up, Garden State? Look at man. No tip, no trip. It's not what it used to be. So what is next? What's the next focus? What's the shift? What are the apps? I mean, I do catering. I'm part of a tip pool. I have no idea what the tip is. It's all an average. I do Walmart Spark. If it's $50 for a shopping pay and I click on it and there's no tip, but it's all driver earnings, delivery earnings, I'm not going to not take it. If an Uber Eats comes in, and I've had some, I had one the other day, $19 base pay. Now, they tipped a couple bucks, but I would have taken it at 19. It came in at 24, 28. I would have taken it at 19 just the same. I've seen you guys and other creators talk about, I mean, we're doing deliveries. Sometimes it's a small order and the base pay is crazy on any of the apps. And it's all coming from the company. They might take a loss leader to get that business from that consumer, that merchant, or the customer, the consumer had a problem. So they need to just get that to them. It's a refund. It's this, it's that. No tip, no trip is not what it used to be. Saddens me to say it. It is what it is. The gig economy is a roller coaster. And we were here for a while, and we go down, and we might come back up, and we go down. But the roller coaster, the rails that we were at the top, those rails don't exist anymore. It's been rebuilt, reshaped, reimagined, and it's been lowered. We have been lowered. Our value as a driver has never been lowered. I could be wrong. You guys might feel different. You might be still making success and having success in your market. I can still do good in St. Louis. I think many of you are still having success. But it's not the same. It's just not. And that's okay. But what's the next thing? How can we continue to try to be successful, hit our goals, and feel good and feel like we're offering value to our communities, and we don't feel like crap when we're delivering to people and doing the things that we're doing? No tip, no trip. As the dollar becomes weak, as we become not confident, as consumers don't become confident, we have to look at it like, I got to get the dollar. Who cares where the dollar's coming from? It pains me to say it because I don't like delivering to miserable clowns. I hate it. It hurts my soul. It hurts my heart. Laura, how you doing? Santis, how you doing? I'm going to give some shout outs to everybody in just a second. It pains me. It hurts my heart a little bit. I don't like doing it. I delivered that $19 order today, which actually the 19 one I actually shopped. The 34 I didn't. The 19 I shopped. It was 18 items, 28 units. I could tell they were having some kind of party. Picked up a cocoa melon party plate thing, some soda, some ice cream, some waffle bowls, some chips, and a few other things. That person tipped 0.00. What are you going to do? Who do we got in the building today? Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. Maria Autobahn, what's up, bro? I never promote Cocoa Melon. You should have. Motor Kicks, what's up? How you doing? Let me scroll up a little bit. Lou, I see Gigwise in here. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? We got to get together soon. This week's been crazy, but KMG, Rob Glow. I see my man John. My Nuts, what's up? Juan, Garden State. April, always a pleasure to see you. I see Chris Boyd. If you don't tip, and earn by time driver will just pick it up. Facts, Chris. Let me put that up here. How you doing from Australia, man? It's been a crazy Olympics. I don't know if you've been watching. I think you guys are leading into gold. Maybe we're coming back. I don't know, USA, but it's fun. Australia, USA got that rivalry, especially in the water. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Donna, Nomadic, how you doing? Autobahn, Jim. Say what's up if you're in the chat. I'm going to say hi back. Brandon, what's up, man? How you doing? Richard. Let me go up a little bit. Lisa, John, Ricky, Jamie, my man Dashing Trader in the house. See what Dashing Trader's got to say. Consumers can now have their baby delivered through the DoorDash. It's no longer, bro. You remember when I was talking about that? We're going to be delivering babies for $2 base pay. Listen, that's funny, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna be doing things that are similar to that. I know that sounds crazy to some of y'all, but listen. Listen, on the Uber Eats app, you can do tasks. Consumers can pick certain tasks like around the house and get you this. And before you know it, on Uber Eats, a pregnant woman is going to be able to select doctor, fake doctor, and there's going to be price ranges. Real doctor, $1,000. Kind of went to medical school but didn't pass, $500 to deliver a baby. A regular gig worker, $10. And we're going to be delivering babies for $10 base pay. And somebody is going to do it. They go, oh, that hospital is only a half mile? Oh, shit, a mile of money look good. $10 a mile, over $10 a mile, $15 a mile. I'll deliver that baby for $10. I got my scrubs in my car. Boop, 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 boop. Bring a little catering bag in just in case to catch that baby in there. Dash and Trader ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Good guy, what up? This is House of the Dragon time, sir. I love, I watched all the Game of Thrones. I have not seen any of the House of Dragons because as I get older, I watch less TV. I'm looking for a good show though, but yeah, TaskRabbit child delivery, brah. I'm saying. Raised on Scrabble, how are you? John Kneecap, how are you? Let's read this one here. Not sure about that, but Uber Eats did roll out a version of EBT as an incentive this weekend. I heard about that in New York area, correct? Or not New York, Texas or somewhere. Scrabble, I forget where you're at. I should know that. But yeah, I saw that. DoorDash doctors, don't give them ideas. Listen, man. All you have to do is you don't even have to submit your insurance and car anymore. It's just like submit your certification. Louise, how you doing, man? What's going on, Scrabble? How are you? Season finale? Those Game of Thrones season finales, excuse me, were always great. But listen, I wish I had like some somber music. No Tip, No Trip is done, y'all. And I just need to be the one to say it. Dash and Trader can still make videos, and he will, about the No Tip. Listen, that's my dude. Other content creators, Van from Side Hustle, No Tip I Sip. But I mean, it's not a thing like it was. It can still be something, but the relevancy and the value in which we are looked upon from the customer or consumer aspect has never been lower. It's never been lower. Saturation. Some people, I see people out here delivering in pajamas, guys. I see catering drivers delivering in basketball shorts and chancletas. Let me say that again. I see catering drivers delivering in basketball shorts, tank tops, and chancleta sandals. The value of us is partly down because of us. Excuse me. It's a sad day, but it is what it is. The Bear gives some good advice. Let me read it. Yeah, no, I'm still working them. I'm still gonna be working the maps. Big Cross is not doing gig work the past 2 weeks. Big Car got that job. I hope you're resting up. I hope you're feeling good. Gigwise says, Mr.BetonYou, Santiago. I was halfway through my flex block today. Ooh, and my van broke. Damn. Fixed but not good. Returned to the rest of the packages and still got paid in full. Wow, man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. How's it going out there for you in the new place, man? Tank tops, sweatpants, and bonnets. Yeah, man. Listen, no tip when we sip and pee. Agree in doctor's offices. Let me read a couple comments. Agree in doctor's offices coming in there or flip on, do shorts. Yeah. Trader don't come on. Yeah. You know, I think there's still value in this work. We can still make money, guys. And a lot of you guys that are here are still doing okay. But this is about no tip. Listen, I see so much. The Uber Eats, man. I'm not even turning on DoorDash anymore, but the Uber Eats app, bro, and that Walmart app that I do deliver that. My perspective has changed a little bit because when I was doing DoorDash, I could kind of tell it was very slim when I was surprised that there was no tip on the order. You know, like sometimes I kind of make, maybe there's not one, but I could tell based on certain things. With these other apps, man, it's harder to tell with Uber than it is DoorDash. I see more trash on Uber, which delivered adds a tip pool, so there's no idea. I have no idea if that $1,000 order has a tip on it. No clue. That $200 order I have no idea. But they make it up with a higher base pay usually, and then obviously it's a tip pool, so you're all sharing in the wealth. But I'm delivering, so I can't say I'd be a hypocrite if I said no tip, no trip. No, I can't. I delivered multiple times today, and there's no tip or little tip, or I have no idea what the tip is. I did 8 deliver that's from Monday to Wednesday. 8, and I got paid on Friday for those 8. I delivered $4,000 of food within those 8 deliveries. Let me repeat that: $4,000, a little over $4,000 of catering within those 8 deliveries, and only made $305. That's low. That's a low percentage. Somebody do the math. Put it in the chat. I know what it is. What is it? Think about that. If I'm delivering $4,000 on most other apps, I'm making more than $305, right? Crazy, but Instacart's kind of good. What's up, Brian? How you doing, Dave? What's up, Sarah? What's up? Instacart. My Instacart earnings have been. Let me show you guys real quick. I see the percents very low. Yeah. Let me show you my Instacart. Chase, how you doing? Appreciate you being a channel member. Appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up. Let me show you my Instacart. It's been. I mean, I just have not seen a lot. Just haven't. And I see so much with no tips. 150 items, no tip. No tip, no trip is not what it is. I'm going to pull my earnings right here. This is for the whole week. I've only made $53 on Instacart. And I have the app on all day when I'm working. Because it's easy. You just turn on, you look and see, and you catch something, you don't catch something. $14.55 in tips all week long on Instacart. I did. How many batches did we do? Will it tell me? Where's that at? Where's that information at? Okay, here it is. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, current week. I did. Here it is. 4. Active 2 hours, $53. That's not horrible. But yeah, I did a $9, a $13.51, and a $30.57. Let's see, $9, $2 tip. I did another one that was $3.98 for the tip, and I did a $30.57 that was a double, and $8.57. So mostly base pay. Yeah, gig-wise, 58. So that, I mean, look at that. Those are low numbers. We both basically made the same. We're in the same market. It's dried up for me. Instacart is dry. It's like the Sahara Desert. I get hella thirsty. I got to drink something. Consumer spending power, confidence in tipping, confidence in the type of service they're going to get, the type of driver or shopper they're going to be paired with is never been lower, guys. The peak of tipping and our value was a couple of years ago. Those days are done. Now, listen, we can still do okay. We can still make money. No tip, no trip is not a thing. It pains me. And there's going to be some people that are going to be like, yes. You know, they're going to be happy that they're hearing me, Mr. BetonYou, say that. But it's the reality. I always keep it real. It is what it is. I'm self-aware. You're not always going to be able to think and feel and live the same way. Right? You're not always going to be on top. You're not always going to be right. You're not always going to get those great tips. It is what it is. Things have shifted. There's one more thing I want to mention, but I do want to read some chat. Daryl, what's up? The hardware guy. How you doing? How much did you do on Uber this week? Good question. I did. Okay, give me a second. Hold up. It's on my phone right here. I looked at it today. I made $975 this week. But I had to work today a little bit. I think I made 300 and something. And then I did a curry. I did a curry this week. And that was okay. There's a story behind that. I won't get into that. If you know, you know. There's some content out there about that. I hadn't done one in several weeks. And then obviously we had to deliver that. 305 payout. And then we had a payout on, and then we did, how many did I do on Thursday and Friday collectively? I did another 4, I believe. I think I did 13 catering orders this week. So 13's not bad for me in my market. That's a pretty good number for a 5-day window, right? Autobahn, how you doing? Chris, it's like 10 a.m. in Aussie. Yeah, it's Australia, different over there. So it's just, the no tip, no trip is just done, guys. What's going to be the next thing? What's the next catchphrase? What's the next slogan? What's the next thing that we could focus on to, because no tip, no trip was, let's be honest here, it was like against the companies. Hey, I'm not delivering your trash. It's against the customers. Hey, you miserable scumbags that are either unkind or uneducated, you ain't getting your food quickly. That's all shifted. Chris pointed out eloquently. Earn by time. We didn't have earn by time when we had no tip, no trip. We didn't have that. Gave up 126 flat drop today because I went to see a movie with my wife and family. I love that, Alex. I'm going to leave that up for a minute. I love that. I hope you guys had a good time. But we didn't have earn by time then, right? So now, customers getting their food. They're getting their McDonald's chicken McNuggets delivered with no tip. They're getting it. Now we have more programs. We have more this. We have more that. Chuck, how you doing, man? We have more things that incentivize, in some ways, gig workers. The companies put those in place so they can make sure the customers get things timely. I get it. A business model, they're running a business. I am not mad at them for that. We can't be. But the game has shifted. It's changed. No tip, no trip is not what it was. Nomadic says I made $60 on DoorDash. Ooh, it's definitely 5 o'clock somewhere. No tip, no trip on Crip. Somebody on call on duty say on Crip today. I don't know what that means. On Crip? What's that mean? Like a gang thing? I did $660 this week on Uber. Nice. Definitely, Brian. Yeah, I was on Diamond Instacart for a while when I was doing more Instacart. I'm gold now, so I'm at the bottom because I'm just not seeing as much. I'm not giving as much time. Obviously, with doing Deliver That, I'm starting my day with the catering versus a Instacart batch or something like that. So I'm doing a lot less Instacart, not getting the points, not seeing those juicy payouts. So great point there. Appreciate you putting that in. Lisa, how you doing? How you doing? So that's, I just wanted to it's done. It's done. Oh, zero. Woo, $0. But you're doing, obviously you got the grow up and then you're doing an Amazon Flex blocks, right? Lisa, what's up? The highest form by time here is 1725. Yeah. See, let me leave that up for a second because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about, I'm making 17 to 20 bucks an hour. I think a lot of drivers doing this kind of work on those kind of food delivery apps, it's probably about the average. The companies know that. That's where they put the earn by time in. Right? And you get guaranteed money. And I think people are just tired of waiting in a parking lot. They're like, I just want to work. I'm here to make money. I'll just $17 an hour, occasional cash tip if you're lucky, maybe a promotion, maybe you get a good tip on one order an hour. You do 3 orders an hour. One of them's got a decent tip. The other ones don't. I don't care. I made $20. Most drivers are okay with that. 2 years ago, not the case. Not as significantly as at least. What up, Texas? How you doing? I make $35 an hour. Nice. I think you're in what I would call you're in the 3% club. 3% of gig workers make that. What do y'all think? Is that too low of a number? Too high? 35? Most people aren't making 35. Never tried it, says Sarah. Okay. AMC, what up? Was that AMC under a different account? Within a 2-mile range, Arizona is 13, 17, 25. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. Let's read this one here. My apps don't suck. There are many factors to just say that app or that app sucks. Multi-app is the best way. Yeah, I agree with that. There are a lot of factors. I think when GigWise, when Nomadic says like, this app sucks, I made $0. It is a matter of perspective, marketplace, time of days of weeks that you work. Are you part-time? Are you full-time? Have you been doing this for a month, 6 months? Have you been doing it for 6 years? There's a difference there, right? I would say if you've been in this game for 6 years, you're probably making closer to 35. If you've been in this game for 6 months, you're making closer to $20. Fair assessment? Not all, but generally speaking, I think that's probably pretty fair. Yeah, $12.75 an hour is crazy. What market are you making $35 an hour now? Well, there's some legislation in places like Cali or New York City. You might be able to do that. Right? Definitely all market dependent. Let me share a little story with you guys. Some of you guys, if you're here, you probably saw the video. Maybe you did. I had a video, an impromptu video at 2 o'clock today that I posted. Go check it out if you haven't later. I did my second order of the day after the first Uber Eats. I did a Walmart Spark. It was, how much did it pay me? $24 or something like that. And it was a $12 or $13 tip. Somebody ordered for somebody else. And this gentleman was in I won't say where it was, but he was in some kind of facility. Okay, it wasn't a VA, but maybe he could have been a veteran, but it wasn't a VA unless they changed that building into that. It's like a living facility, medical though, like there's nurses and doctors and things. Anyways, man had no legs. He had a box fan delivered, some ramen, and all kinds of like coffee stuff, like creamers and sugars and coffee, and then like a couple other little food items. Anyways, maybe like 8 bags, and then the box fan. I'm bringing in stuff there was no access code. I had to wait to get buzzed in a few minutes. No big deal. The lady didn't know where the room was. There was a room number. I needed a passcode to get it delivered. And I don't think I had seen it on Walmart Spark yet. Not that I can remember. He didn't know the passcode because he didn't order it. Somebody ordered it. I was like, well, I need a passcode. I could not deliver that stuff without the passcode. I hit the little things like, you need a passcode. If the customer doesn't know it, you can do this. You can tell them to look for it here, order history. I had to talk to the guy that he was talking to the lady that ordered it, and I hear her on speaker. I don't know the passcode. I don't know the passcode. I never had to do that before. We figured it out. This man was so happy to see me. He was waiting for that box fan. Waiting. I was getting frustrated. Not with him, but just overall in my brain. Like, I spent about 10 more minutes longer than I wanted to or should have if it was just delivering into a house or apartment. This man had no legs, guys. Smiley, in a good mood, showing me gratitude, being kind to me, being patient with me. I had to check myself like, dude, hold up, stop, dude. Do not get frustrated. This man is being nice when he doesn't need to. And I'm kind of one being frustrated. He didn't tip, the woman did. But he would have gotten that order regardless. The tip on trip ain't what it used to be. But that delivery kind of opened my eyes a little bit. I have moments, and I think a lot of you guys do, when we do food delivery and we're delivering to somebody that is either really kind or nice, or maybe they're very generous, or, remember we used to see it a lot more during the pandemic and right after, but now it's very rare, but I still see it maybe a couple times a year. You go to a house and they've got like a cooler of water and snacks and a little sign, hey, delivery drivers, thank you for what you do, grab a snack. I mean, those kind of people are just built different. Those customers are absolutely amazing. People that do that kind of stuff, they're just great. We don't see it as much. Our value is down. It's down. But there still are good people out there. And when I deliver to people like that, and this guy today, and the gentleman that I made a video a couple of months, it's probably been a couple of months. He ordered from Walgreens, didn't tip the one time. I got his order the next week. He left the tip. I had a 30-minute conversation with him. And I said, and I haven't seen him since. Those are DoorDash orders, though. But I said, if I ever see him again, I would tell him, hey, you ever want to order on these apps? Don't. Here's my phone number. You text me what you need. I'll get it. We'll figure out the payment. Like, those customers stand out. Not in a similar way, but they stand out kind of like the crappy ones do sometimes. The Kamishas, the Rachels, the ones that I've delivered to that, the Marks, the Johns, like some of the ones that just stand out. I know the name. They don't say, they say they didn't get their food. They did. But there are good ones still. But no tip, no trip, man, at this point is not what it was. You can still have that philosophy. I'm still going to see an Instacart badge. I will say this. I think the one app, because I don't ever see the base pay go too high on the Instacarts. If I see a $100 Instacart window, I'm never going to do a no-tip shopping on Instacart. There's no way. Unless it's batched in and I get tricked. But if it's a single no-tip, I saw one today, $10, 1 mile, 10 items. Could have done it pretty quick. Decline. I don't know what them balloons are for, but that's pretty cool. Decline. I'm not shopping for you waiting in line for no tip. Somebody else will. They're going to have to. So in those situations, no tip, no trip can still be valuable. But overall, on the food delivery apps, man, nah, bro. It's not what it was. It's not what it's ever going to be. It's never going to get back to that. It was fun while it lasted. We made some good videos. We make some good money. We clown on some customers. Nothing wrong with it. It's relatable. It's entertaining. It makes us feel like, you know what? Let me stick it to that customer. I'm not delivering your food. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not advocating that we take no tip orders. It's just not what it was. And the companies have put programs and situationally, they've done things, whether it's upping the pay or lowering it, knowing that people are still going to take it. Earn by time, incentives, promotions, bringing new drivers in that have no idea what a tip is or even care about it. They're just looking at just the dollar and aren't worried about, is this person going to commit fraud? Are they going to say they didn't get it? Is there an access code? Is this person going to be kind to me? Are they going to be what? Have they been waiting? So now they're angry, even though I did everything great as a delivery driver or a shopper. They've been waiting for an hour. And it might make, the money might be worth our time, but they're like, nah, I've been waiting an hour. I just paid $40 for this McDonald's. For me and my two kids, this was $40 with all the fees and that's why I didn't tip. It was $40. Now I waited an hour. Customers are pissed, man. They're done. They're not having as good of an experience. What up, Chops? How you doing? Who else new in here? Ken, what up? Hit that thumbs up, people. Appreciate y'all. Tamika, always a pleasure. How you doing? Trying to see if I see any new names in here and say what's up. Kiki, do you love me? Na-na-na. Yeah, I know. Remember that song? And I think, for me, I think, the last, Glenn, what's up? I loved it. Let me read this. Hey, Pedro, 1 year ago today, I did my last DoorDash ship. Glenn is one of the people here that is a success story. Kenyatta, what up, what up, what up? What's this one here? I'll wait 12 minutes for the apple pie instead of I get a substitute. Never again given an option on that. Yeah. Are you riding? Assisted living. Yeah, Jen. Yeah, I think that's what I got. Jennifer, how you doing? My goal is $1 a mile. So long as it's leaving me by another possible pickup. Yeah, I mean, listen. But a couple of years ago, we were trying to get $2. It's hard to get that too. It's just harder. Doesn't mean you can't. Monster, how you doing? Doesn't mean you can't. It's just harder. The tip no trip is not what it used to be. Texas says, my feeling is DoorDash and Uber Eats of all the delivery apps are charging the customers so much money that they probably really can't afford to give much of a tip. I think situationally, you're probably really spot on. And I think there's still a lot of ignorance as far as like customers don't know what we're really making. Or I think sometimes customers might see a Dash and Trader video where he's like, oh, I'm making $1,000 this week. And they're like, oh, that guy's making more than me. I'm not tipping him. There's some of that too, right? There's some of that. They might see my video complaining about no tips and I'm going in on the customers. They're like, that guy doesn't deserve a tip. There's some of that. Not a lot. Very small. But there's some. The TikToks and things that go viral, consumers see that kind of stuff on the news sometimes. And sometimes it's intended to try to make them feel bad for us. People don't give a about us, guys. They want their food. They want their partials. They want their box fan. They can be nice, but they really don't care what we're making. It's not their business. They can care less. They can assume we're making this or making that, and that $10 delivery fee is all going to us where maybe we're only getting half, and they're 10 miles away from the restaurant. They don't care. And when people order food, they're not looking at the proximity. We look at the proximity. Customers don't care. If that new Euro place in Soulard is popping, they had a good review because their girlfriend or best friend or their mom or aunt or uncle or their dad or grandma said, ooh, that Euro spot on Soulard was popping. It's so good. That tzatziki sauce was fire. That pita bread was whoop, whoop, whoop. But they live in Arnold, and they're 15 miles away. They don't care about that. And they leave a $3 tip. They're like, I'm tipping. Man, I'm tipping. It's a $10 meal. I'm tipping 30%. It's $3. They don't care that it's 15 miles away. They could care less. They could care less. They could care less. Yeah, some apps do deserve that no tip mentality. So, that's just kind of what I had on the brain today as I've been working no DoorDash. I guess it's been like 6 weeks. And I've been working on other apps where it's just a little bit different. How you earn and decision making that you make on apps like Deliver That, Walmart Spark, Curry. There's bonuses on Curry. If nobody takes it, they might add 5, 10, 20 bucks, but there's no tipping on Curry. You're delivering important things to job sites and things like that. You know, it's not what it used to be, and it's okay. We can RIP it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. At least I have not tried Shipped. Also in the news, some quarterly earnings reports came out from DoorDash. Record sales revenue on the DoorDash app and record order volume. So anybody that says DoorDash is dead from a volume standpoint, no. No, it's not. It might be dead for some of us as far as earning capability, but the app is booming. People are ordering more DoorDash than ever before because of all the things that they offer now. These apps are going to continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and get bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. And our value, when that happens, will continue to go down. Know your place with that and do it what you want. Deborah, I believe it's still Tony. Unless something happened, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. But, you know, it is what it is. More orders, less tips, yeah. Yeah. And I think part of that revenue is obviously the inflation of prices and the fees that DoorDash is charging and the Dash Pass and the subscriptions. There's a lot of levels to that, right? There's a lot of different. So we might say, well, DoorDash app's dead, my market is slow, I'm not seeing it. But like the way the money works sometimes is just different. It's changed. That order, that customer order that was $40 2 years ago is now $45, $50. The order that was $10 is now $13, $14, right? So the revenue is going to be higher just for that reason alone, right? I made 60 for 2 orders at the same time with Shipped. Ooh, nice. Trader needs to roll on it. Listen, Trader would be the guy to do it. Listen. If I wanted somebody to like interview somebody or like roll up on them, Trader would be the top of that list. Van, because he's funny too. Yeah, I think those guys would do a good job. I wouldn't pick one of the lames. It'd have to be somebody that has a good sense of humor. They got to save for arbitration and fighting legislation. This is true. And the thing is, when they're going to spend millions and millions of dollars on those things, maybe hundreds of millions, the way they get that money back is just saying, lower the base pay, increase the fee. You know, millions of orders getting delivered today. So it's easy for them to get that money, to get that influx of cash flow in that quarter or that month so they can pay for those things. These companies know what they're doing. They got lawyers and tax people and numbers. And yeah. Sigma, how you doing? I'd roll up like, oh, gig. That's probably, you know, we've had some, and Trader was there, and Nugs and Kayla, shouts to those guys and GigWise. I would say we've had some crazy moments on this channel that have been filmed live, kind of like none other. And that is in the top 10 right there. Maybe top 3. GigWise pulling up as me, Trader Kayla, and Nugs out to Ohio in Edwardsville are eating our barbecue. That's when Tim still had his truck, and he had a clown nose and I think like a hat or something on, or a wig, and he rolled up to the music. That was hilarious. I'll never forget that. That's a core memory in my food delivery days. I like the live challenge. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good week. Dara, I'm coming for you. Bozo the Clown. Remember Bozo the Clown? I think that was being recorded. That's Bozo the Clown's from Chicago, if you don't know. If you know, now you know. If you didn't know, now you know. So appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up, like and share. Appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. You know, this month, let me share an interesting fact with you guys. Dashing Trader Dashing Trader's gonna sit up and like, woo! He's gonna be like, in the last 28 days, I've only gained 2 subscribers on this channel. We've lost like 90 subs in the last 10 days or 14 days. That's crazy, isn't it, Trader? The last 28 days, I've gained, my subscriber count says +2. Whew, and we still here, baby. Appreciate you guys. So that's what I got. No tip, no trip is not a thing like it was. It's just not. Oh, listen, bro. You know that, son. You know that, bro. Ebbs and flows, just like the gig economy. Because these YouTube apps is a gig in some ways, and you got to look at it like that. There's opportunities, there's highs and lows, there's roller coasters. You know, trust me, I'm not complaining. I think it's like just a funny thing to share. You know. Ooh, okay, Autobahn, I like that. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. I think people get too bent up trying to brag about money rather than just make money. I think a lot of us do that. I've done that situationally. I've been guilty of that, Autobahn. You know that. You've seen enough of my videos, right? To where we're bragging about what we're doing because it feels good. You're on the high. You want people to know instead of just grinding and just making money. Typically, the ones that I think do best overall, I'll say this, tend to be the ones that are a little more quiet. And I'm a loudmouth sometimes, so trust me, I'm speaking from my own perspective. But there's a lot of truth in that statement. I think sometimes we do focus on, is there a tip or is there not a tip? Maybe too much. We focus on what the next man or woman is making. We focus on the person in the parking lot next to us that's in that car. What are they doing? Instead of just going out there and making our own money. Worried about our own goals. Worrying about our own risks. Worrying about our own things that we have going on. Quiet money. Yeah, yep. But it's, that's a fair comment. It's a fair comment. Let's see. Great question and recommendation for everyone to research. We need to figure out which auto insurance company out there offers the best rates for us, no matter your credit rating. Yeah, I mean, listen. Stay humble. Yep. Being humble sometimes for certain people can be hard. I try to be humble, but sometimes it's hard. It's hard. I'm just being honest. And I think when you work as hard as I do sometimes on a lot of different things, you tend to want to be proud about that. You want to let people know because you feel like if you share that might inspire others to do something similar for themselves and whatever they're trying to achieve. So, you're not wrong though. Not wrong. Oh, I like this comment here as a fellow content creator. This is from my man, Alex. I feel so much better just working rather than trying to figure out how to make a vid out of the day. Alex, that is so relatable. And I think the fellow content creators in here and others could relate. There are times when it's like, yeah, you're working. You're like, yeah, I got a video I want to record. I got to record. I'm looking at doing this. And it can be distracting. It can be stressful. It can put pressure that you don't need. Right? It adds a whole nother form of, now I got to create. I got to edit. I got to upload. I got timing. I got thumbnail. I got this. I got that. Yeah. Versus the days where I don't maybe record or I got something else going on or like I already did a pre-recording or I'm live and I don't record a video. It's like I just turn the app on and go. It's definitely easier. And it's a weight off the shoulders sometimes, right? Because not every video you make is not every day is going to be great, especially when you're making content. It adds a level of pressure. Chris Boyd. Gig apps are just a law of averages. Good days and bad days, it balances out. I do believe that. I think over the course of time, over the course of a week or a month, and even as you go longer, the course of three months, a quarter, it does tend to average out. You'll have a bad Monday, and then Tuesdays, and then boom, Wednesday's like bam, and it kind of makes up for the other days. And then Thursday can be a little bit down, and then Friday's like boom, right? So it's definitely that. I like reading chat with you guys. Trisha, what up? How you doing? Tesla man. I think money is great, but at the moment I ain't great. I am grateful to be alive at the moment. People in the Middle East are scared they might not be alive if the war starts tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know about a war, but I feel you on that. It's waking up is good. Yeah, I hear that. It's yeah. And we have, obviously our daughters Ruby's 3, turned 3 just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. And even when I have a bad day, man, I just come home and she's running up to me. It's like, as a father, as a mom, whatever, but I'm a dad, so I'll speak to the dad. As a dad, it's like, forget all the other stuff, like forget about somebody not tipping me, or I had to wait 10 minutes at Walmart Spark line. Like, it really is so irrelevant when you think about it, because it's not who we are, it's just what we do to make money. I can get a job this week in a restaurant if I wanted to. I can do this, I could try that. Like, it's just a way. It's an exchange of my time for money, so that I could have things that I need, because that's how America is set up. That's all it is. Perspective is important. Kevin, still in here. What up? That's what I had tonight. No tip, no trip. I'm killing it on tonight's stream. It is what it is. It's done. And I'll address a few other things that some of y'all might not be aware of, but maybe you are aware of. Obviously, I made that video, my last DoorDash video. I think I made it last week. I can't remember. The video, I think it was probably like last Monday or something like that. I mean, I meant that, because you're not going to see me do a DoorDash ride-along. You're not going to see me talk about a DoorDash order I did. You're not going to see me share a DoorDash earnings report. I'm not going to do that. So in that regard, that is, I'm done with DoorDash when it comes to that. But I can still and will talk about it, report on it, talk about things that are happening, give perspective. I can and will still do that. And anybody that's like offended or feels some type of way, that's cool. I get it. But I'm steadfast in that. And some of you guys think, oh, you're working on Madison's account. I'm not. You can choose to believe what you want. The apps that I have are Deliver That, Curry, which I barely work, Instacart, haven't worked a lot of that. I'm working more Walmart Spark, trying to learn it. And what's the other one I do? I'm forgetting one. Oh, Uber Eats. Duh. Michael, appreciate that. And then I'm going to get into, I still got to put in my new registration, vehicle registration, for the newer car. I mean, I have it, but I could do the rideshare. I just need to upload the picture for that. I just haven't done it yet, but I'm probably going to get into that a little bit. No, it's actually, what do you think? What does that look like to y'all? Shouts to the Bears. Football season's coming. Appreciate the super chat. What's that look like? Gig-wise, I hear you, bro. That app is, God, it's the worst one I've ever done. I know some of y'all are like, what? Curry's so bad. It's so bad. It's criminal, I think, in some ways. It's bad. Alex, I thought that somebody would say that, bro. Hold up. I thought that, because that's what it looks like, right? It's a beer. Not from Australia, though. Not a Foster's. Isn't that what y'all drink over there? Foster's? That's like the main beer, isn't it? It's the only one I know. You could probably name a few other ones that I might remember, but I know Foster's the main, like big one, right? Have you updated your vehicle on Curry? I have not added the new vehicle, Kevin. I haven't. I've been lazy, man. I just don't give Curry that much time. I always have it active, the same way I always have Deliver That active. I do recommend, if you have these apps, always just have them on. You'll see a notification. I just don't see a lot on Curry. I saw a decent amount this week. None that were good. I did one. And even the one I did was not great for the amount of time it took. But I liked the cash flow. And I was like, let me just do this, because I can do this one task and just be done for the day. Because I had done 3 other, I believe, caterings that day. And I was like, ooh, I did my 3. I'm done with those. I can just do this and then be done for the day. And that's what I did. Foster's. I think I've maybe had 1 Foster's in my life, maybe 2. They're kind of like a thicker can, like shorter but thick, right? Yeah. Foster's is a beer we made to market to America. Can't even buy it. Hold up. That is hilarious. I had no idea. That seems us silly Americans in our beer. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. There's no bubbles. Well, I poured it a little while ago. Yeah, I mean, the head's gone. That's funny. That's a good comment. I love that. I just cracked one for y'all tonight. That's it. It's a 1 beer kind of night. So, yeah, I don't know. A little somber. No tip, no trip instead. I was one of the faces of it. And it's just not, it's not the play on it. It's just not, it's not. the shift is, it's just shifting, man. It's shifting. And a lot of y'all might do Amazon Flex, and you don't get tips on Amazon Flex, do you? I don't think you do. Right? So it's just all these other apps. You know, it's not about just DoorDash. And my eyes have been more open because for a while I was like, boom, 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 DoorDash. I'd do some Instacart. Maybe Uber was like, boom. A lot of earnings was just that because that's all I gave my time to. But now it's like, my earnings are like the same. I'm just got to do 5 apps to get to them. Whereas before, I would do maybe 2 apps a week or only 1 app or maybe 3. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like 5, but the earnings are the same. The money's the same. Situationally, on certain days, I'm driving a little bit more, but not too much more to where it's really killing into the profits, though. So. Deborah caught that. Deborah's with it. I love it. Mango is the Dos Equis guy, is he? Now, Mango was hitting them 4 Locos at one time. My man Kevin was lit. Foster's Australian for beer. I used to see those commercials. Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember those. If you're a beer drinker, drop the beer that you like in the chat. Let us know. And do you know what the #1 beer in America is, or in the world? I think it's Modelo. I could be wrong. Modelo, Thomas. Yeah, we're right on the same wavelength, bro. I'm pretty sure that's yeah. Yep. For Loco and Dash. Would you wait 45 minutes for a $42 order? Would I wait 45 minutes for a $42 order? Yeah. Because I'm assuming if I took it, it's not going to take me more than 15 minutes to drive. So let's say if it's a 15-minute drive time, then I made $42 an hour. I'll do that. I wouldn't love to, but I do it. Gig-wise, yeah, Modelo, baby. Yeah. InBev. I think they're part of InBev. Heineken, not much of a drinker. Nah. Modelo. Busch, Miller, Coors Light. Ooh, there you go. Ooh, it's American beers right there. Samuel Adams. Yeah, I used to drink Samuel Adams back in the day. I used to do the Guinness was my thing, man. Ooh, Guinness. Yum. Used to fuck with some Guinness. And then there were days I put a little orange juice in my Guinness. If you know, you know. Ice cold Bud Select. Bud Selects, man, in St. Louis. That's probably the #1 beer in St. Louis. And Bud Selects went 10, 15 years ago. Bud Select was like, everybody drink that here. If it's not Foster's, it's not #1 beer in the world. Australia isn't marketing right. Sam Adams is good. Sam Adams has a good array of those seasonal beers. Yeah. Good flavor on Sam Adams, too. Modelo and Corona. Yeah. A Corona with a lime hits good. Really, on a hot day, any beer that's ice cold, can't go wrong. Voodoo Ranger. I like the juice one. It's like a juice something. It's got Abraham Lincoln on it. That's a good one. But in my PA, some of those Voodoo Rangers be like that alcohol content, man. Like 8-9% be getting you. Sunshine, how you doing? 99 bottles of beer on a wall. 99 bottles of beer. So yeah, that's a lot tonight. I was gonna open the stream right up, but I was like, yeah, I want to do it like an hour, maybe a little more. I'm trying to get some of these lives down, unless I got something crazy to talk about. They don't need to be too long. I want them to be a good amount of time where for people watching the replay, they'd be like, oh, I can watch an hour, or I can listen to an hour instead of 3-4 hours. But I do at some point very soon, I want to get the panels back going a little bit. I want to do the live orders, or I order Uber Eats or DoorDash, just to have a little bit of fun. But I haven't had any real strong topics or things where I needed panelists to really talk about. I'm in the works with some people to premiere some videos that I think are really going to rattle some cages in this community, but they're not all the way ready yet. So just dangle a little carrot for some of y'all. Should be coming, but I don't have full control. These are videos that I am not making, but they're going to come on this channel. Just be on the lookout. The line for Corona is supposed to be wiped around the bottle or rim to kill the germs and discard, not crammed in the bottle. LOL. You know, I've heard that before, but I put mine in there. I squeeze it in there too. Mm-hmm. And when I'm having a really bad day, if I'm really trying to have the weekend start off right, I don't do. It's been a while, but I used to drink a little bit of that Corona, and woo, you throw a little tequila in there too, and you put the salt and the lime. Yum 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 yum. Oh, Lisa. Love the whole out of gas story. That was crazy. You got me my feelings on that one. How many times have I almost read? Oh man, I was embarrassed. And I was in the middle of nowhere on my way to Quincy, Illinois. And then I ran into somebody in Quincy, Illinois. Lindy Lou, she said her name was. I was live and we pulled up as I was driving. We were in a parking lot. She's like, Pedro! She had a DoorDash bag. She like lost it. She was like, oh my God. But yeah, that story that was my angel, man. I think his name was Chris. I should have. I'm bad with names. Man, it's weird how like certain things happen. I have like little angels in my life that really help me out. Some of you guys are included in that. It's the long hair. I'll leave that up. Chris, his name was Chris. Yeah. Listen. If you know a guy, if you're in Quincy, Illinois, and you go on a guy named Chris that's probably like 6'2", yeah, maybe about 6'2", long, kind of red beard. It's like, I won't tell you, he's a young man. Look, he's younger than me. One of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. We spent like an hour together. He helped me. I'll never forget him. I asked him probably 10 times, what can I do for you, man? And all he wanted when we got to the gas station, I asked him, but the 10th time I was like, I gotta do something for you, man. What? Buy you and your wife, your family dinner tonight. How can I pay this forward to you? And I kept telling him how grateful I was. And I said, can I get you at least something to drink? He goes, I'll take a Gatorade. I got him 2 Gatorades. He was so happy. Like, there's some people that are just different. Like that guy Chris is kind of like a customer that would have a water for us or tip us well or show us gratitude or have the snacks. Thank you, delivery driver. Like, he's that kind of guy. He's just, some people are just good people, and he's good people. I mean, yeah. Anyways, Lisa, I appreciate you bringing that up. That was crazy, man. That was the day I did that long curry run. It was crazy. That curry run was an hour late, and I got dinged on my ratings. But this is a beta thing. It doesn't really matter. It was an hour late. So I appreciate y'all so much. I think maybe small pair of vice grips. There you go. Yeah, I bet. Let me go ahead and I want to pull up something for you guys real quick. So bear with me. I think I can find it here. Let me see. So hang tight, hit that thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. Let me go there. I'm gonna show you guys something I want you to watch when the live's over. Let me go back into here. Bing. And then let me do that. Do that. Okay, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys something. So what Lisa's talking about, I'll show you in a second. But this is a video. POS. See that? Yeah. I delivered to a man that had no legs today. That was a video I did earlier because I shared that story earlier. There's yesterday's Walmart Spark Is It Worth the video. But the live, she's talking about a live. I went live. You can see Lindy Lou, the customer I ran into. Some people think that was staged. I think some people are just funny. Some of y'all look real dumb. Where's it at? Oh, where is it? Huh? Oh, right here, this one. Duh. So I had this scheduled live and I was late to it. This was Wednesday. This was Wednesday that I ran out of gas on a curry run. This is a video right here. Pedro, Mr.BetonYou sometimes goes live. Let it go live stream. The Let It Go live stream was a motivational thing. But I had to just share my story about Chris and like everything that happened. And it's a short little live. It's only 19 minutes. Go check that out for sure. That was what Lisa's talking about. If you didn't see it, it's been a crazy, it's been a crazy few weeks. It's been a crazy week this week. I got another channel that I had for almost like 2 years now, and I'm just kind of relaunching it. I've been making some videos over there. Some of you guys might have seen it. It's a completely different, it's a reaction channel. Yeah, we've had some fun over there. I'll say that. Oh yeah, no, yeah, yeah. What do you, yeah. And it looked like he had just, anyways, I'm not gonna, this man was so happy and smiley to get his box fan. But yeah, and then as I'm leaving, I saw another two men in wheelchairs, and they both just had one leg. And the other leg that they had was like really beat up. Like, you know how when you get older, sometimes if you have bad circulation in your legs, or if you whatever, like they just, your legs, they can get really bad. And then they get bad enough, they get amputated. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened to this man. I don't know his story. It's not my business, but he didn't have any legs. And by my guesstimation, he was probably in his 50s, I'd say. So like 10 years, maybe he was 60, 10 or 15 years older than me. That's not that much older. I'm 42 years old. Appreciate that. I'm boring today. Appreciate that. Yeah, entertain us. Hey, I'll give you a link. Do you want to come up? You want to come up? I'll put a link in chat if you want to entertain us. What do you say? Went to bright lights. You want to come up? It's 161 people watching. You want some attention? Are you feeling neglected? Am I entertaining you enough tonight? Back in the day, I got my weed man some gas. He did not give me any weed. It was a rip-off. No, I sometimes I'm bad with age, but maybe he was 60, but he wasn't like a really, really old guy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't, yeah, no. TD, what up? It's been at least 6 months since Pedro was in my feed. I say, why not tonight? Appreciate that. Yeah, YouTube algorithm's crazy. Do some karaoke, Pedro. Entertain it. I'm definitely not doing karaoke. I would scare you guys off. I think only 20 of you guys would want to watch that. Blue legs, yeah. It's mine is 12:75, but rarely do I see our. Yeah. Some of y'all might be behind on the chat, but that's okay. Couple of shout outs. I wanted to actually shout out a couple of channels. I had my notes earlier. I don't think I put them in the description though. Did I? No, I didn't put them in the description. So I'm not prepared for that. I used to do that. I got to get back on that. Kevin, you already know, bro. We like the clown hating Pedro. Yeah, I know. Matt Dasher, what up? Yeah, man. I had a good weekend. We went to the, appreciate that, Delivery That Santiago. Yeah, we went to the zoo. I took the family to the zoo yesterday. We got these family passes that were gifted to us. So like the parking's free and the train's free, and they get it. We went yesterday for a couple of hours. We had a good time. We have a really cool St. Louis zoo here, so we had a really good time. So I had a great weekend. I got a busy week coming up with a lot of other things. Oh my God, my dad! Yes, we have a celebrity in the house, Matt Dasher. So yeah, I got some things going on this week. I got one catering order set up for tomorrow at 11. That's it. Hopefully, sometimes in the morning I get a few that come in. Hopefully, I get another one. It could be, could be Clown's classic. Yeah, it's possible. I might get one more. Yes, the zoo is great. I hadn't been on a train ride gig-wise in many, probably 20 years. And it was cool. It was hot as hell on Saturday. But it was nice to not have to find parking, and it was free because we got the little membership deal. And then we got the train thing for free. And then, some of the animals were actually out doing things. Sometimes you go to certain zoos and like the animals are not out, or they're chilling, or they're not as whatever. But, Saturday was fun. My kid loves animals, so she's looking at every single animal. We went to the reptile house. She's looking at all the snakes and all the little this and the birds and the primates and the prairie dogs. And we missed the sea lion show, but we're going to catch that, sometime this week. But so, yeah. Lisa, could have been. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not sure. Mow that grass. Yeah, don't go to the zoo stare. They can get depressing. Oh, don't go to the zoo stoned. It can get depressing. The freedom of gig work can't be beat. Listen, there's still value in this, but I was just about no tip, no trip, man. It's done. It's not what it used to be. So I appreciate you guys very much. I will be back next Sunday, and I'll open the panel up next week. As long as nothing happens, I'm gonna open that panel up. I'll bring some people up. If you want to come up, you can be a part of the show. Maybe gig-wise can come up, talk some catering. We'll see. But you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm gonna spend the rest of my night with my girls. Are probably asleep, but if they're up, Manson's up. I'll spend some time with her. You know what? I want to show y'all something. Should I show y'all that? Do I want to be petty right now? I don't want to be petty. I'm gonna end the stream on a positive. I'm not gonna be petty. I can. I think you guys would like it, but I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna be positive. Pedro, not petty Pedro, to end the stream. You guys have a great night. Great night. If you're with somebody that's family, friends, a coworker that you love, whatever, give them a hug and tell them that you love them. That can change somebody's day. See you guys next week.